South Bend Mayor James Mueller's statement regarding the county officials' press conference on the Low Barrier Intake Center. These bad faith political attacks on homeless service providers and our most vulnerable residents are a new low from county Republicans. This right-wing witch hunt against motels for now does not reflect South Bend's values and is a distraction from finding real solutions. South Bend values people over politics, Mueller added, compassion over cruelty, and proven solutions like housing first over extremism. Hello everyone, I'm Don Foster, your host. As many of you may be unfamiliar with me, I'm a local business owner. I have operated my business and others in South Bend since 2000. I have personally tried to do my part to help fight and curb homelessness by hiring homeless individuals. Renting a property to house homeless individuals, bailed numerous homeless out of jail over the years to keep them employed and contributing to society. I have firsthand experience dealing with these issues and the struggles of our homeless brothers and sisters. Also, I know firsthand how capable a lot of our homeless population truly is. Mayor James Mueller has labeled these as bad faith political attacks on homeless service providers and our most vulnerable residents. But is there merit to this claim? Consider this. Did county representatives present their statements unaccompanied, or were they backed by the collective voice of the citizens, local business proprietors, and community influencers they serve? Isn't it the duty of these officials to act on behalf of their constituents' interest? Conversations held by Redress South Bend reveal a distinct trend. Opposition to the proposed site spans across varying political ideologies. As it stands, Redress South Bend has yet to find any local stakeholder favoring the proposed location. Resistance seems to be widespread and politically diverse. It appears the county's decision makers are indeed echoing the sentiments expressed by the community and voters they represent. Mayor Mueller has previously adopted a stance where criticism is quickly labeled as merely political theater. For instance, when proof surfaced that they had neglected councilmen at the time, Henry Davis Jr.'s complaints of continuous racist harassment for 4 years, an issue so severe it prompted an FBI inquiry. Mayor Mueller suggested that Davis was merely performing political theater. Moments like these are tests of true leadership. Personal feelings towards Councilman Davis aside, duty called for support to a fellow official in distress, a call that, regrettably, went unanswered. Mayor Mueller, the responsibility bestowed upon you by your election is to be the voice and champion for all South Bend's 107 plus inhabitants, not solely the 7,878 Democrats who cast their ballots in your favor. It is your duty to serve Democrats, Republicans, the homeless community, advocates of Black Lives Matter, proponents of All Lives Matter, and more. As South Bend's mayor, your obligation is to the collective populace, not just those with political influence. As you occupy the prestigious 14th floor office, remember you embody the hopes and needs of every single resident of South Bend. On the 26th of January 2024, you made a commitment to both the members of the public and county officials to reveal the alternate locations that were considered by the city for the proposed low barrier intake center.
We've got some folks here. Where are the answers?
You want us to give you a better site?
Sure.
Well, you've had the task force and worked on it for years. Why haven't you come up with alternatives?
We've looked at it. This is the only site. This is the only viable site.
List of the other sites?
Yeah. This is the only viable
list
site.
of the other sites.
What's that?
You have a list of the other locations you.
Yeah, I mean, you know that we talked about Portage Manor at one point. The county said no.
No, you have a list of all the other sites that you were looking at.
Sure, we can get you a list of every site we've looked
Old
at. I
Cleveland-
am telling you,
Old
the
Cleveland
team
Road.
has looked at every parcel in the city.
Old Cleveland Road was a site owned by St. Joseph County.
There was a site on Cleveland Road. The county decided that site wasn't suitable. And you know what? At the end of the day,
Give us a list
we
of
agree.
sites, okay? So, because I haven't seen them, I haven't been in contact.
You want to let him do the press conference, or you want to do the back?
No, that's fine.
No,
No, this is a good this is a great dialogue.
No,
The
that's
point
fine.
being is,
Just, you can get that, the sites. So
we will get you a list of sites.
Afterwards, when we approached your office to acquire the list of these locations, your response was not to provide the information directly, but rather to instruct us with the following directive. We ask that all inquiries, whether from the press or not, requesting materials from the city, do so through a public records request. We all know that we'll be lucky to get these records back within 30 days. Definitely not before next week's meeting. This stands in stark contrast to the promise made on January 26, leaving us without the essential list of locations prior to the upcoming meeting on the 1st of February. Poor form, Mayor. Poor form. During the press briefing held on January 26, acknowledgement was given to the initial consideration in 2017 of situating the proposed facility directly opposite the county jail, within the precincts of Ignition Park. Our position is that the city should reevaluate this location once again in the year 2024. Our assessment stands that the preliminary judgment was a sound one, with the location being an ideal setting for the accommodations of the homeless population. Furthermore, it offers the added advantage of proximity to the police station, ensuring a prompt response in case of emergencies. Additionally, its location on an existing bus route enhances accessibility with other city resources within walking distance. This approach not only conserves $277,750 of the hard-earned taxpayers' funds, but also capitalizes on the 5.93 acres currently held by the South Bend Department of Redevelopment. The current conversation seems to bypass a significant issue: the inadequacy of available shelter accommodations. An assessment of the numbers present a stark reality. The proposal from 7 years ago for an 80-bed facility falls short of today's needs for the homeless. The Center of the Homeless operates at its full 101-bed capacity regularly, and Hope Rescue consistently fills the 60 beds. Meanwhile, the Motels for Now initiative at the Knights Inn, with its 120 beds, has secured a 9-month waiting list. Yet it's scheduled to be displaced by the construction of the new building, which offers 40 fewer beds. Clearly, this approach is not aligned with the current demand for housing solutions. The reduction of the 40 beds poses a critical question. Where will those individuals go? This concern is further compounded by a 9-month waiting list and doesn't even account for the existing homeless population or the influx that's expected as temperatures rise. It's anticipated that some may migrate from other cities with existing homeless encampments looking to relocate, potentially heading towards South Bend. Our readiness for this imminent situation is paramount. There exists a network among the homeless that operates within a level of coordination akin to a business enterprise. They allocate street corners, set schedules, and strategize to maximize their presence. Their daily standing with the signs in hand, enduring harsh weather conditions, speaks to an unorthodox form of labor. Yet it's one that doesn't support the overall welfare of the city, nor does it truly aid in their personal advancement. The city of South Bend is a crossroads with its approach to homelessness. It's a choice between becoming an open city with a welcome policy or taking a stance of responsible inclusion that encourages the homeless to become valued, contributing members of the community. For lasting change, we must redefine homelessness and proactively distinguish between those who face financial hurdles and those who struggle with mental or physical challenges, requiring different support systems. The goal is to lift individuals out of homelessness through empowerment and accountability, providing opportunities for employment, community service, skill building and household tasks, personal hygiene, social etiquette, and job readiness. Imagine harnessing the collective force of over 1,000 nonprofits in St. Joe County alone, including some 500 churches, to engage the homeless in a meaningful work, replacing hours on the street with time spent contributing to the community, thus building self-esteem and a sense of purpose for them. As for the well-known figure at the intersection of Bendix and Lincoln Way, rather than placing her in a general homeless initiative, she would benefit more from specializing care tailored to her specific needs, embodying our city's ethos of compassion yet firm support. Addressing panhandling isn't about turning a blind eye to those in need. It's about challenging support effectively to ensure genuine assistance. Simply handing out money often perpetuates the very issues we aim to solve. Instead, by redirecting our goodwill towards reputable organizations which provides both sustenance and shelter, we can make a more substantial impact. Let's encourage South Bend's residents to stop perpetuating panhandling by refraining from giving money directly on the streets. By supporting institutions such as the Center for Homeless and Hope Rescue Mission, we not only abide by the city ordinances, but also contribute where it truly helps. This approach benefits both the giver and those who are homeless, fostering a solution that aids in breaking the cycle of dependency. Enforcement and refinement of panhandling laws are necessary to guide public generosity towards more structured and beneficial avenues of help. Mayor Mueller, please consider this message an expression of goodwill, an opportunity to be a beacon of positive change for South Bend. Use it to inspire a transformation that other cities may follow your lead in tackling similar challenges. By implementing strategic measures like engaging directly with the media, employing effective signage, and enforcing current regulations, we can manage the influx of homelessness and work towards eliminating panhandling in the city. Mayor, let's adopt a strategy rooted in compassionate yet firm action, aiming to empower every individual capable of contributing to the well-being of our community, to our city of South Bend.